back to the comics family. Come and join us as we take a peek at the keys of the week for Wednesday the 13th of December.
Not long till Christmas. But
No.
in the meantime, why not grab yourself a coffee, ready out some snacks, and join us as we dive into the keys of the week.
So, first up, coming to us from DC, we have Action Comics number 1060. This is a key because the backup story, not even the main story, the backup story is a prelude to the upcoming series Kneel Before Zod.
You started that in your work voice.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh.
It was very professional.
It won't last. But yeah, I can't get over the fact that there's a series Kneel Before Zod.
Oh, Zod's a evil Kryptonian.
Was he?
He's the evil Superman.
Ah.
But he's not, because he's like a general of their people who was banished. I shouldn't know this.
Look at you knowing all this shit about Superman.
I had to watch the film when I was younger.
You had to? To be fair, the Christopher Reeve films were alright. Like, for their time, they were alright. I really liked the Adventures of Superman, like the Dean Cain, Terry Hatcher ones when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like, they were quite fun. Like the Saturday, I still don't get how she's an investigative reporter and doesn't recognise that her boyfriend...
Because he has glasses, dear. If you took yours off, I'd be like, wow, who are you? Completely different.
And parted my hair the other way. So, hang on. I
have seen he sweeps it back when he's Superman and he parts it when he's Clark.
Yeah. The only thing...
But is he Superman or is he Clark Kent?
He's Kal-El. But the only rational thing I've seen for why no one realises is this running joke that is oh, doesn't Clark look like Superman? Ha ha, as if he would ever be.
Because he's such a dweeb.
Because you've you know somebody who looks like somebody famous, but you know for a fact that it's not somebody famous. It's oh, the IT guy looks like Ed Sheeran, but he's clearly not Ed Sheeran.
Or is he?
But yeah, that's the only rational theory that I've ever seen that why people don't clock on.
That is, Clark Kent Superman.
It's do you ever see Ed Sheeran with the IT guy? No, because I've never met Ed Sheeran, clearly. Yeah. It's you never see Clark and Superman together. Well, that's because I don't know Superman, kind of thing. And I was yeah, okay, I can kind of get on board with that theory. But I cannot get on board with that book. So moving on.
Moving on to Addams Family, Charlatans Web from IDW. New stories spun off from the animated series. This is not the animated series that I remember.
Yeah, I don't really remember an animated series, to be fair.
I remember one where
I remember a live action series from when we were younger. I don't think I remember.
There were films. There was live action films.
I don't know. Obviously, Addams Family's having a bit of a resurgence at the moment with the Wednesday TV series.
Never watched it.
Neither have I, but I have heard it's good, and there's a lot of memes that crop up on Facebook that I'm oh, maybe I'm missing some kind of pop culture reference here.
You say that a lot.
It's because I miss a lot of pop culture references.
Yeah, well, so do I now. Sorry for me.
It's the reason I started reading Harry Potter, because I felt... Actually, no, it's not the reason I started reading Harry Potter, because I read it when it first came out. And I got to the fourth one, and then I kind of was getting to the point that I was like, oh, they're good, but maybe I'm getting a bit too old for them. And having gone back and then read them when I'm older, I'm like, no, they aged with me.
My sister just turned 40, and she's still the biggest Potterhead that I know. I said Potter, not Pot.
Yes, Potter. Yeah, the books are better than the films. But yeah,
they always are.
They always are.
Always are.
But at least I now get all the references.
Like World War Z. Fuck you, Brad Pitt.
Okay.
I can't help it.
Anywho, next up we have Batman Gargoyle of Gotham #2. Now, I feel that this came out before, or we've had this conversation before, because this is the first appearance of Mothra and the first appearance of the Virgin.
This definitely came out before, because we showed the pictures of the Mothra.
Yes.
Which is this one. And the Virgin.
And I've seen that cover. We had this whole conversation before.
Yes. We had. It's a nice cover.
Did they just delay the release of it then?
I do like that cover.
Because it's not saying that it's a second... It's not a second
I think it might have got delayed. A bit like Murder by Mail.
That gets delayed every freaking week. I don't think the second one's ever coming.
No. Apparently.
I don't think the person's died yet for them to make the case off. I know it's not real, but That's just how long it's taking for this to.
Maybe
That's how long it's taking for this bloody second Murder by Mail to come out.
It's got like someone's hankering for some murder mystery books for Christmas.
Yeah. Yes. You know what I'm like, trying to solve crimes.
Okay, who's Jack Ripper?
Oh, there's too many answers.
Time machine. Anyway.
Literally, if I had a time machine, I would. That is one of the times I would want to visit just to find out.
Disturbed right now. Anyway, moving on. So we have, to another death in the family, Batman, Robin Lives, number 428. This is a reprint of the death of Jason Todd with an alternate ending where Robin lives, which is the opposite conclusion of what fans voted for in a telephone voting campaign launched by DC in 1988. And I could not hold my breath.
It's the death of Robin where actually Robin lives.
But this is the alternate one where people voted, because you're all morbid fuckers and you wanted him to die, this is the one where he would have lived.
Did they just not like him then as Robin?
I think he's great. But I think he's great as Red Hood now.
Oh, so he went on to be Red Hood. Okay.
He went on to be Red Hood.
The first one became
the Robin
Nightwing.
That kills.
So the first one's Nightwing. The second one's Red Hood. Does he kill because he got killed and...
He kills because he's like, why would I want to keep fighting you if I can kill you? And then the problem's solved.
Yeah, you can see the rationale.
Or he maims like Spider-Man does in the video game.
Yeah, for a guy that doesn't kill, Spider-Man does a lot of severe neurological damage in that game. He drops people on their heads and snaps their spines.
I might not kill you, but if you're brain dead, you ain't coming back to annoy me.
Yeah, and then you're just a drain on healthcare resources.
Send them to Rwanda, because apparently that's what we do as Brits.
No, that's only the immigrants.
Yeah, but they tend to be the henchmen. In most games, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, that's an intriguing cover, I guess. It hints at what happens to him, I guess.
Definitely a 4-part series I'd like to have in my collection at some point.
Okay.
And Jamie had one once, and then he saw it before I got charged.
Knock that away in the brain.
And she'll forget by the end of this episode.
Oh, probably. Next up, we have Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Number 1. This is the second print. Why a second print is on the keys of the week, I don't quite know.
Because this book has become so popular.
Yeah.
Give in to the murderous bear.
I don't want to be given to a murderous bear, thank you very much. I would like to live.
I didn't mean like that. I meant to read it.
But yeah, I feel like it's just going to...
Like your murder mysteries. There's a mystery in this.
There's a murder mystery, and there's also like fluffy, cute woodland creatures, and it doesn't quite gel in my brain that the two things can be happy Sylvanian families.
It's Sylvanian families meets Dexter.
And I don't know if I like that thought.
I like it because it was a very interesting book.
And I think the second one's out.
Yes, I'll have to
as well.
Find it somewhere.
Yes.
But moving away from there, we have Beyond Real from Walt. After an accident that leaves her boyfriend in a coma, a struggling artist learns that reality is actually a computer simulation and must journey through its layers to the world's creator in an effort to save her true love from death. Hello, Tron.
Or The Matrix.
Or The Matrix.
So that part of it has obviously been done before. The whole, we're actually Sims. But I suppose they're trying to find whoever's playing your computer simulation to save the love of your life and go, please don't create delete my boyfriend sim. Please let my boyfriend sim live.
I mean, my main thing would be like, please don't turn us off.
Yeah. But then,
I've seen Wreck-It Ralph. I know what happens.
Yes, they just live in the outside and their game doesn't exist anymore and they have nowhere to go.
But then they can die. They can't respawn.
Yeah, if anything happens, yeah. I can tell you've been watching Disney films with the little one recently.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Which you went, I've seen this. It's scary. Turn it off.
He's really scared of Disney. Like, considering these films are designed for children, he tends to find them quite unnerving.
You probably find that when he's a teenager, he does exactly what you do and gets into serial killer books.
Possibly. But the things that you think he's going to find scary, he's not bothered by. And Disney films, he seems to find utterly terrifying.
I think it's just his way of going, turn it off.
Yeah. He had a meltdown over Elemental. He completely freaked out over Soul. He was full on terrified of the little soul blobs.
Yeah.
I thought they were cute. I thought they were really cute. But hey ho. Moving on. Next, coming to us from, good old Scout Comics, is Blood Run #1. A racetrack from hell attracts the most ruthless of drivers to this unholy super speedway to test their mettle, and with each passing lap, the sadistic violence ratchets up another level.
It's been done before.
I have no words, but they're just the
cars racing and killing each other. It's been done so many times. Now someone's done a comic version.
Death Race.
Death Race is different. Death Race original was the world's overpopulated monster. Held a race, and the racers had to kill as many people as possible.
Oh, right.
The second one was the prisoners that had to race, and they got each other to kill each other, like death row inmates.
Right.
But
yeah,
it just sounds.
This sounds ridiculous.
It does, but it's something that's been done before so many times that I'm not that interested. I'm not interested at all, to be honest with you.
No.
But Scout Comics is the place I will probably go when I eventually pull my thumb out and decide that I'm going to turn our D&D campaign into a comic series.
Yeah.
But moving on to Mad Cave, Child Remains #1. A dark entity made of fire, smoke and ash blazed through a young girl's home, killing her entire family, but no one ever believed her, forcing her to battle the face of the inferno alone.
It's sentient fire?
That's all I can think of.
Is he the sentient fire?
I don't know. Can the fire... It's obviously charred these remains, but can it then make the remains move?
Animate them?
Can fire well like muscles?
And it's the fact that it's an entity. It's not...
It's like has a ghost possessed fire?
Yeah, and the fact that it goes through the home, it doesn't say her house burned down. It's just the entity goes through and kills her family.
Yeah.
It leaves
it's
her.
Interesting, but it does... Did he have this...
I don't
think so.
recall, and
It's a strange book, and it does pique my interest.
I wasn't looking for it, to be honest.
I mean, what better way to celebrate Christmas than reading about child loved ones?
Yeah.
Moving away.
Young girls being orphaned and having to watch their whole family burn alive. Right, next up to something that is slightly less gory, hopefully. Daredevil Gang War #1. This is a first appearance of a new female character, as yet unnamed, and a first team appearance of the Heat, a gang. Surprise, it's Gang Wars, and they have a new gang.
And it's your favourite Daredevil.
It is.
Oh, you made it now. This is the first appearance
She looks quite cool, though.
Unnamed character.
I'm getting a bit of a Deadpool-ish vibe from that outfit, though.
I get more of a Major X vibe. That's probably because of Major X in her face.
I'm confused by the air vent panels in her thighs. I suppose it stops everything getting too hot.
Some kind of armour.
Yeah, but it
just doesn't got fabric over it. She's going to get a rusty groin.
It'd stop your thighs chafing, I guess.
What, the rusty groin?
If it's metal. It's just sparks flying.
Yeah, I actually like that cover. It's a nice front cover.
It is quite a nice cover.
Even though it's
I'll admit it art-wise it's nice. I just don't like Elektra.
So you don't like Elektra cheesy nachos? I can't pronounce the surname, so I call her cheesy nachos. Because it's like nachi, it's like nachos. So cheesy nachos.
Okay.
And she might be cheesy from Daredevil.
Oh, don't! That is inappropriate.
I meant her love of Daredevil. What are you thinking of?
I know where your mind went. I know what you were thinking.
I am going straight to Christmas with DC's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas #1. And this is an 80-page anthology of Christmas stories. How can I say anthology but not nachi cheesy nachos?
I don't know.
But
Holly can't say trajectory.
Colin.
Holly.
Oh, okay.
Colin. It's Colin.
Right.
Holly can't say trajectory.
How can she not say trajectory? Like I said, just about. Yay me.
We have a whole conversation in the office about tractors because she can't say that word. Yeah.
What tractor? Do you just look there going, "He got a brand new combination stuff."
No, I don't. Now I
Anyway,
Christmas. We are finally on a Christmas book.
and
2 weeks to go, and we've reached a Christmas book.
and we have a mighty menagerie of merry madness. Oh, mayhem. Oops.
Merry Mayhem. And you've got Harley, and you've got Batgirl, and you've got Super Douche, and you've got a ginger guy, and a bald guy.
That ginger guy looks like Constantine.
Oh, okay.
That looks like maybe Lex Luthor.
And a
And
purple
then
dude.
like a paedophile.
He's like a pinky purple guy.
He's a pinky paedophile. And then you've got Batman.
Yeah. I'm not looking at getting this. It's at least on theme and festive, but still no. And I imagine that's going to be a pricey book if it's 80 pages.
$10. So probably about
$9.50.
for us, yes, but in most shops they will charge £10. Moving on to Godzilla Best of Gigan even, number 1 from IDW. And it's a compilation of stories featuring Gigan, who I have no clue who this dude is.
He looks like some kind of dragon. He has wings.
Dragon Mantis?
Dragon with, like, sword hands.
I don't know the Monsterverse. I know Kong and
Well, he's
Godzilla.
like, down with the kids.
Don't do that again.
That's what he's doing. He's like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you in a minute. I'm going to move away from Godzilla's mate Gigan and move over to your mate, Green Lantern.
How? Why? I don't even know. Anyway, we have a Green Lantern at number 6. This is cover art inspired by Green Lantern number 49 from 1994. Why does that make it a key?
I need to look this up. I do apologise.
Yeah, I want to know what Green Lantern 49 from 1994 looked like to understand why this is cover art inspired by it. But I still don't get why it's a key.
1994, was it?
Yes. 49. But I don't get why that on its own would make this a key.
Because they look very similar.
Like
that's it. It's just the same.
It's a face. It's a face and some hands. Like it's.
I will take this picture and put it here, or here. But I can't see what you just pointed at, can I?
But I don't.
But yeah, okay.
Get why that is actually that much of a.
It's just similar.
Homage to. Yeah, but why would that make this a key? I don't get why that makes it a key.
Because they've run out of ideas.
Yeah, maybe they were just looking to fill the list.
Hello, Hollywood.
It's literally Santa's in the same pose as Green Lantern was in the other one. That's
it. Same pose.
Yeah.
He's just meant to have sugary treats and Christmas bells.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have invasive number 1 from Oni. Hey, no. Excuse me.
Hey.
An underground hospital practices no rules, no oaths, and no taboos with a new class of surgeon, sworn to pierce the final threshold of accepted medical orthodoxy, one incision at a time. Is that what you do at work?
No. Mine is very much an above ground hospital. We have 10 floors.
You do?
Yes.
And buildings that are falling down?
No, buildings that are being purposely taken down.
Has it been taken down now, is it?
They've emptied out and it's all got scaffolding around it now. That was my old office. I was very sad when we moved out.
That was her old death trap.
It was
sad. You couldn't go up to the top floor in case you fell through it.
You couldn't go above the ground floor because it was full of asbestos.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're having to be very careful taking it down.
And I think that's where this nurse has come from. She went up
Quite
one
possibly.
floor too many.
Maybe.
And met Smoky Man.
Yeah.
You're a little bit intrigued, aren't you, by this?
There's part of me that is.
Not for $4.99.
No. 60p bid, I might be intrigued by it.
In the future, dear. In the future. I wouldn't be surprised.
There was obviously some kind of backstreet surgery, but I don't really get what more have they got to discover? I can only assume they're trying to like make zombies or put people like
Talk
some
to
kind of
ghosts or whatever.
front Frankenstein, put bits together and bring people back, because I'm pretty
Yeah, because
sure
she looks like she's had a few bits chopped off of her.
yeah, that I can only think that they're trying to do some kind of real life Frankenstein kind of thing, because
Yeah.
otherwise, what isn't actually accepted medical practice when you do surgery? We know where everything is and how it all works.
Moving on, before she really loses it.
Next up from Dark Horse, we have Masterpiece.
Jump the gun there.
Yeah, number 1. A girl discovers she's the only daughter of 2 of the greatest master criminals of all time, who ripped off a billionaire, now seeking revenge against their progeny. Does she not know her parents are criminals, or does she just not know who her parents are?
I think she does.
Does she still live with her parents and has never realised that they are master criminals because they're just that good? Or is she like adopted?
No, I think it is their daughter, but she doesn't know they're master criminals or criminals of any kind. They've probably got a good front. But obviously, they've messed with the wrong person, and that wrong person's like, well, I'm going to take it out on your kid.
Yeah. I can see that being picked up to be something like a Netflix or a film or some kind of. I can see that kind of a story. It's a little bit different. It feels like it's not something that we're like, oh yeah, been there, done that, read that, seen that.
Yeah.
It is something slightly different.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's from Brian Michael Bendis, so
it's
I
what
imagine it
happens
would be a
when
good story.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith have a kid.
Yeah, pretty much, but they're assassins.
Yeah, but
yeah, I know where you're coming from.
that kind of
Yeah, definitely. But let's get away from Masterpiece and let's head towards Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 13. It's his first appearance of new Cape Killer villain. Is that his name? Cape Killer villain? Because if it is, it fucking sucks.
yeah, or have they missed a new Cape Killer villain?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's not a new guy because that's Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin, Spidey, fake Spidey.
But
Fake
that
Spidey.
wasn't what I was trying to say. Not all first appearances have them on the cover.
I know this from testing you.
Yes, exactly. So there might be someone cool and new inside. I don't know. That does have quite a cool Peach Momoko variant cover, but it was also a little bit weird and creepy. So I didn't buy it. It freaked me out a bit.
It was indeed weird and creepy.
Yeah. Okay, next up. This is a very long list tonight.
It is.
We have Moon Knight number 30. This is the final issue, the conclusion of the Death of Moon Knight arc. And there he is on the cover, looking very dead.
That's very mean of you.
He looks pretty dead to me.
I mean, he is, but...
There you go. Yeah, there he is.
Goodbye, Mark Spector. Who will be the new Moon Knight?
The Moon Knight? Moon Knight. He's like he is the avatar of Ra.
Who? Moo?
Moon Knight.
Oh,
he's not Moon Knight, he's Moon Knight. Avatar of the sun.
Someone shoot me now, please. Just take me outside and shoot me.
Do I still get your life insurance?
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless you shoot me, then you get prison.
Yeah. So long as I don't get caught.
Can you explain this giant hole in your husband's head? I found him that way. Moving on, we have Sabrina the Teenage Witch holiday special from Archie Comics, and this is a one-shot holiday special.
It's Christmassy. It's Sabrina. We don't read Sabrina.
She's obviously doing some weird spell.
Yes.
There she is if you want her, and there she goes.
It's quite a nice cover, to be fair.
Meh.
I hear Sabrina the Teenage Witch and just think of the Melissa Joan Hart series from when we were kids.
Yeah, but then the Netflix series is dark and shit.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it was Sabrina and her aunts and the talking cat. and Harvey. The love interest.
Yeah.
Right, next up from American Mythology, very well-known comic book provider, we have Silent Night, Deadly Night, Killer Santa #1. This is a one-shot inspired by the 1984 film that tells the origin of the Killer Santa Claus. There was a Killer Santa.
Apparently so. I did not know about this, but there he is in all his murderous glory.
Well, I suppose if you want to kill people, everyone is happy to see Santa and no one would suspect it.
I'd suspect it.
It's not toys in his
Jolly
sack.
red bastard.
I'm guessing it might be heads or something.
Right.
Or weapons.
Moving away from ruining your Christmas dreams, it's now time for Sonic the Hedgehog's Winter Jam #1. From IDW, this is a one-shot holiday special. Apparently that's all I say now.
Well, at least it's festive. This has obviously made it onto the list. The last few are on the list because these are the Christmassy themed ones.
Yeah, that bloody time. But there he is. If you're a Sonic fan, there is one for you.
Yeah.
And Paul, if you're watching, there's one for you. You keep saying you want a Sonic. Go out and get it.
Really?
Get some for Ollie. Okay. Also, he says. What she said.
Moving on. Oh, look. We've gone from a super speedy hedgehog to a space bunny.
Space Samurai Bunny.
We have Space Usagi, Death and Honor. This is a reprint of the 1992 series in colour. And somehow that makes it a key.
Wait, was this a TV series?
No.
I don't remember this.
No, it just
From
says
1992, maybe.
I'm assuming it was a comic book in 1992. It says reprint.
Yeah, okay.
I'm assuming it was a book in 1992.
Yeah, okay, I'll give it that. But for a minute, I was like, series, what?
No, I'm assuming
It's an okay cover.
it's an alright cover.
If you like Ninja Space Bunnies, it's definitely one for you.
Yeah.
It's not one
I don't.
for me. I thought you were going to say something else. Is that just a yawn?
I don't.
Here's one that is definitely for us, and that's Spider-Gwen Smash #1. A 4-issue limited series that promises new versions of favourite characters.
Plus an A cover by one of my favourite artists.
Jenny Frison.
Shiny, shiny legs.
Josh Middleton.
Who?
Is it not Josh Middleton that did all Middleton? Emma Hamilton? I don't fucking know.
You're just saying words at me right now.
Yes.
Yes. So I do rather like the David Nakayama cover.
I knew it was David Nakayama, I was just being a dick.
I know you are.
But that is a very nice cover. And you've got the box to match.
I do. I have a short box with that exact picture on it on one side of it.
Well, that short box has had a few knocks to it, apparently.
Is it?
I can see things. Oh. Moving on. For you.
Blimey, this is a long list. Star Wars High Republic Shadows of Starlight #3. I think that wins the award for longest title of the night. This is a spoiler variant.
1 in 25. Is that because it's a Wookiee Jedi?
Maybe.
Oh!
Is it a spoiler because it's a Wookiee wearing clothes?
No, the only one that doesn't wear clothes is Chewie. The other ones I've seen in the shows and films and that, they've all got clothes on.
Maybe Chewie's just a nudist.
Maybe he is.
No one will ever know because he's so hairy that, you know,
Except
he's
for
actually...
the Wookiees, they probably see it.
And they're just like, why are you walking around with your junk out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please cover your hair.
Yeah, is that the spoiler on the outside? Is it the fact that he's got a lightsaber? I don't know.
I'd say that's the spoiler, that he appears to be a Jedi. And then
Jedi rug.
Away from the Jedi rug, is Under Heist #1 from Boomstudios. A gambling addict and former NYC subway operator attempted to set his life straight with one last heist, using underground tunnels until confronted with a supernatural horror. What is going on with my speech tonight? That's better.
He had me until he was confronted by a supernatural horror because, you know...
That's exactly what I was thinking. It was sounding good until they made it...
It was sounding okay, vaguely Ocean's 11-y, like...
Mm.
And we're finally at the last one. Right. Wesley Dodds, The Sandman, number 3. This is the first appearance of Fog. Is this a character or a weather report?
This is definitely a weather report.
Yeah.
Because Fog appears to be a friend of his that's living in his gun. Or that smoky vapour.
Mist.
And somehow there's a mystery.
Yeah. I don't...
Sorry.
Is it the Fog? Or is it a character just called Fog? I don't understand. I liked the Sandman TV series that they did, which I assume...
Not related.
Oh, it's not related?
No.
Oh, okay. Different Sandman.
Different Sandman. I know he's got a mask and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's a different Sandman.
Okay. Because that came from a comic book as well. That was a Neil
That
Gaiman,
did,
wasn't it?
but it was Vertigo, so it was DC's thingy.
Okay. I knew it was something to do with DC.
I think it's Vertigo. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not the same Sandman. I'm sure it's not. If it is, someone correct me in the comments.
Okay. And that is us finally reaching the end of
Keys of the
Keys
Week.
of the Week. There's quite a long list this week.
I believe it was 24.
Some of which don't seem to be particularly keys. Some are on there, obviously.
There's a lot of actual keys, though.
There's a lot of random indie number ones. There's some that I don't get why they're keys, like this guy. I really don't get it.
It's just because it's a simmer.
Some of the Christmas ones, yes, I can kind of understand.
The second print of the Bears, 24 issues found.
Yeah, that is.
And all found
really
as keys, so.
Yeah, they reckon all of them are actual keys, apparently. But anyway, don't forget to join us for our pull list to come and see what we have picked up for Wednesday on 13th of December.
Wednesday, the 13th of December.
But so come and join us for that, and don't forget to like and subscribe.